Tony, the next one I want to talk about is poor physical environment. A 40-degree kitchen in a Hobart summer with no cross ventilation.
Rough.
A prep area so cramped that workers are constantly colliding.
Mm-hmm.
And a front of house with noise levels that make communication impossible during service.
Yeah.
How does the physical environment connect to psychological harm?
Good question. So, physical environment can be a psychosocial stressor as well as a physical stressor. So, for example, with high heat, that's both physiologically challenging and psychologically challenging. So the 40-degree kitchen, right? Picture being a cook, constantly wiping sweat off your brow so it doesn't drip into the food. That's kind of annoying, as well as not very good for service, right? So that's an example of the interaction between the psychosocial and the physical. Noise, so back of house, big issue, temperature, cramped quarters, repetitive movements. Whereas in the front of house, noise would be a more common thing. Noise can affect the kitchen too, but front of house, particularly interacting with customers, if it's really noisy, what'd you say? That's not great, doesn't come across as great service. So noise is a bigger issue, front of house. So in terms of like what you do about these things, one is, so for example, front of house, you talk to your staff, how's the music level? Is that kind of too loud? Are you able to communicate okay with customers? Oh yeah, could you bring it down a little bit? Or if you're running that venue and you have the budget, you could look into getting some acoustic bats if you're in one of those venues that's all hard services. They love the look, but the sound is terrible, right? It's always bouncing everywhere. So you can do some physical environment modifications and just sort of controlling noise, the volume of the music in the background, for example.